Hotep, I am the Amen Osiris, the one and only undisputed God of law. We are Deception Stoppers, America's only 4D education service. We are the 4D destroyers. I am not a lawyer. This is not a law firm. We do not advocate that you don't support your human offspring. We simply advocate you made them in private, you take care of them in private. Now, gentlemen, I am a stickler on addresses and names. What is a name? A name is a designation of a firm, of a human being, or a firm or corporation. A human being's name consists of one or more Christian given names and a family name. Okay? All right. My first name is Amen. My family name is Osiris. Okay? And this is from this is a lawsuit that we did back in 13, okay, where I sued for false arrests because they arrested me because I didn't have a state ID or a social security number, which is fine. All right, spent 8 hours in jail. I got 9,000, so I got damn near like what, $1,100 an hour to sit in jail, which does not bother me. If I go to jail, gentlemen, I'm getting paid. However, this was in Indianapolis, which I did not live in. Okay, and at that time, I was actually taking care of some clients down there. But when I won the lawsuit, this is the mail that came. Okay, this is the envelope that my check came in. All right, you'll notice it says Amen of the family Osiris, right? And this is the address I was at that time. Non-domestic, zip code exempt, real land, North America. Okay, this right here clearly removes me from federal jurisdiction. Okay, that's why it was so easy for me to beat this case. I beat this case in less than a year. And the reason I was able to beat it in less than a year is because I'm not a federal citizen. Okay, I am not subject to any state law. Now, here is the letter that came with the check. All right, there it is again. Amen of the family Osiris, non-domestic, zip code exempt. Okay, and here's the case number. You can look it up, feel free. Dear Amen, enclosed, please find the settlement agreement and release and claim form for the above referenced case. Please execute the appropriate signatures and return to me. Please note that settlement agreement release must be notarized. Now, who is this addressed to? Amen of the family Osiris. Non-domestic, zip code exempt, real land, North America. The only thing that has changed this is they switched this over to the domestic mail manual. All right, that's the only thing that has changed. Gentlemen, I do not get mail. If I'm now receiving a check, sure, I accept mail. But more importantly, when it comes to this name and this address, all right, that separates me from these scrubs. All right. We do not have a social security number here. I do not have a birth certificate. You don't have a birth certificate. You have a copy of someone else's property. A birth certificate is just a warehouse receipt. Okay. Now, I saw a message the other day. Says, "Oh man, you live off the grid." I don't live off the grid. I just decide to live on my own, all right, independently and free from government tyranny and oppression in my life. I don't have to pay property taxes. I don't have to pay income taxes. I don't have to do any of the things that you have to do. Why? Because I am non-domestic. All right. I dwell upon real land, North America. I am not a United States citizen. I'm not a state citizen. Never have been, never will be. Okay. And this is from, like I said, Amen Osiris versus the city of Indianapolis. All right. April 22nd, 2013. Okay. This was one of the easiest cases I ever did. All right. Judge LaRue. Okay. She was a federal magistrate. All right, but the city of Indianapolis was pissed off because they couldn't gain any footing over me. And every time they put in a motion to dismiss, all right, my motion compelled the judge to say, you can't, you're in it now. This man right here, he ain't part of the state or the United States. And you wronged him, and he has remedy by due course of law without sale, denial, or delay. He is not obligated to have a driver's license or anything from the state because he is not part of it. Okay? So for those of you who are saying it can't be done, all right, check this out. It is very easy. You just need to know your stuff. If you don't know your stuff, you will not prevail. Okay? And the reason why I was able to prevail because I don't have driver's license or what do you call that, state ID. I don't have a social security number which a all caps legal name is on. Okay, I never had those things. I never applied for a social security number. You can look up Osiris all you want in the database. It will come up with no social. It does not exist. I exist. All right. We are the tangible. I am the tangible. The court, all right, the cops, nobody can deal with me as the tangible. They can only deal with corporations. All right. Read the case law. All governments are corporations. They're artificial persons. They can only deal with other artificial persons. All right. So if you're getting documents in the mail, right, and it ain't got this address on it, you better not be accepting it. All right. That's why we create the zip code exempt affidavit. It is very powerful. It removes you from federal jurisdiction. And let me tell you something, gentlemen. When I was in this judge's chamber, she shook my hand and said, she didn't even know half this shit. But when she had her clerk research it, her clerk came back and said, he's 100% correct. The judge had to give it to me. See, if you're going to do paperwork, gentlemen, all right, you don't want to do paperwork. All right, you want to do paperwork, all right, but here's the thing. That paperwork is not for the 4D agency. All right, if you do your paperwork right, you will corner the judge. It's the judge who you need to decide in your favor, not the child support agency. Okay, that's what we do here. See, we create documents that put the judge in a bind. We create the documents that force the judge's hand. Okay, that's what makes it so overwhelming. And by the time, all right, your enemies realize what has happened to them, if you do it properly, it's too late. All right, the way it should go is that judge, you'll give a judge, why are we here? I'm here for the termination of the case. I forwarded these notarized affidavits. They were given 10, 20 days, whatever, to respond. And they were also notarized in there that failure to respond results in their tacit admission and acquiescence that I'm right and they're wrong. The judge is going to take that. He's going to go in his chambers. He's going to come back and he ain't going to look at you. He's going to be looking at them with disgust. And he's going to ask them, why did you not respond to this? And the judge is going to tell him, well, my hands are tied. Due process was served. You were served properly. Due process is in order. All right. And you failed to respond. These are notarized documents. They're legal and binding documents. But more importantly, gentlemen, when you remove yourself from federal jurisdiction, this is the most powerful weapon in my arsenal right here. Okay. I don't get mail. I don't. The only reason I got this mail because it was a check. Okay. It was a nice, like I said, it was like $9,000 check, whatever it was. Okay. But I beat them with their own law, right? Simply by the domestic mail service of reservations or regulations. Okay. So for those of you who you want to win, you got to remove yourself from the system. Okay. Doesn't mean that you live off the grid. I generate my own income. I own my own land in many places. Okay. I got to pay property taxes. I'm not subject to pay property taxes. Why? Because I'm not a citizen of the state or the United States. I have no contracts or contact with any state in this country. I dwell upon the land of America. I dwell upon the country. See, you call them states. They're actually country. The state, you live in the state because you have those contracts. All right? That's in it. All right? When you dwell on it, you're dwelling upon a country. A country is a portion of the earth's surface. I'm the Amen Osiris. If you need help, bang my email, 4D_destroyers@yahoo.com. All right. And if you're not receiving mail to your proper name and to your proper address, okay, you don't want to be accepting that. Okay. And matter of fact, I got here, where's it at? All right. Let me show you something. Okay. This is the SS5 application, okay, which you never filled out. All right, but on this application, I think it's page 2. Yep. It says evidence of identity, right? It says you must provide current unexpired evidence of identity in your legal name. Your legal name will be shown on the Social Security card. All right. Again, gentlemen, real simple. Let's go to 422-103D. And I will ask you a logical questions if I can just get this thing to pop up. All right, here we go. Okay, very logical question. All right, let's go here. Come on, you. We'll pop that up. Code of Federal Regulations. And incidentally, gentlemen, Title 20 says federal employee benefits. All right. Those who have a card, you're deemed federal employees. Only federal employees are subject to 4D stipulations. All right, look. Social Security number cards are the property of the Social Security Administration and must be returned upon request. So here's the question. Here's the question. How can your name, right, be on someone else's property? You own a house. How can Amen of the family Osiris's name be on your property? It's impossible. That means it ain't your property. Okay? That all caps name that is on that Social Security card is not your name. Okay? It belongs to the Social Security Administration. It always has, and it always will. If you use that name, you're stating, look, evidence of age, here it is right here. Look, evidence of U.S. citizenship. A citizen is a corporation. Corpus Juris Secundum, subsection 886. Look it up. Why would you want to be a corporation? By you being a corporation, that means that the other corporation can deal with you as a corporation. They cannot deal with you as the tangible. This is why the city of Indianapolis cut me a check. They had no authority or jurisdiction to even remotely even speak to me. Okay? You want the same, you got to change some stuff up. Again, don't take my word for it. Here it is. All right, you'll notice this little colon here. All right, that colon separates. All that colon means is you're separate. Okay? And even if they spell it in all capital letters and put a colon there, it is what it is. And the beauty about it is when I got that check, gentlemen, I didn't even have to brandish an ID at the bank to cash it because I know what I'm doing. Okay? Now, you want to be free? Start making some changes. Start learning the facts. Okay? If you can't confirm the facts, then you're going to be stuck. All right? Now, people are saying, "Oh, it ain't the Social Security number." It is, and here it is right here. The Social Security number is the key piece of information around which the child support information system is constructed. Most computer searches need the SSN in order to operate effectively. No Social Security number, guess what? No child support case. And here, look, thus in 1996 welfare reform law and amendments in 1997 Balanced Budget Act, Congress gave 4D agencies access to new sources for what? Obtaining what? Social Security numbers. All right? I've heard pray tell someone said it's about the name. No, it is not about the name, because when you call the Social Security automated line, they don't ask for the last four letters of your name. They ask for the last four digits of the Social Security number. Read the Child Support Commentary 3. Okay? Lack of an obligor Social Security number hinders probation's ability to track the obligor and its assets. Without a Social Security number, you cannot be tracked down. All right? I'm the Amen Osiris. I'm the Amen of the family Osiris. What's your name? Okay? Who are you? You need to figure that out, folks. Okay, you need to figure that out. Now, here's another one. Federal CSE law required states to implement procedures requiring that the Social Security number of any applicant for a professional driver's occupational, recreational, marriage license be recorded on the application, but not on the license itself. In addition, the 1996 law required the SSN of any individual subject to what? Divorce decree, support order, or paternity determination or acknowledgement be placed in the records pertaining to the matter. It's all about the Social Security number, gentlemen. That Social Security number is the property of the Social Security Administration. There is a lien on that property from corporate bonds that were sold and borrowed money against, and you have become surety for that lien. But of course, no one out here can teach you that because no one else knows it. That's why we're gods. All right, folks, bang my email if you need us, 4D_destroyer@yahoo.com. And again, coming very, very soon, the new and improved website, and it is going to be off the hook, and I'm very excited. All right, it is still under construction, but when it is done, trust me, I will come out and post it to you. All right, so be careful of people who are giving false information, who don't know what they're talking about. Be careful of people who are using state IDs. Be careful of people who don't know their name. Be careful of people who are using and telling you to use the legal name which does not belong to you. All right. If you want out of the system, then remove yourself from the system. Okay. It is very simple. All right. But you must learn how to become not dependent. You can't depend on these people. You got to live on your own. I own nothing, but I control everything. And trust me, it's an old trick that I learned from Donnie Trump, and it works. Social Security number, state ID. Yeah, right. I'll wipe my ass with that bullshit. I'm free. Amen of the family Osiris is free, not subject to the legal constraint of another, having the power to follow the dictates of his own free will, and thus is why I got a big old check. $1,100 an hour. Shit. That wasn't bad. How much you get when you sit in jail? All right, folks. You have the facts. All right, you have your assignment. Okay. Do your research. Do your research. Matter of fact, since the back of the card itself says this card is invalid if not signed by the holder. All right, look, tell the child support agency. All right, show me. I want to see an application for a Social Security card with my signature on it, and I also want to see a copy of a signed Social Security card. It's just that simple. If not, they got to be billing the Social Security Administration. And just so you know, gentlemen, the Social Security Administration is not a government agency. That is a private corporation. By chance, do you know who owns it? We do. And I have documentation to prove it. But we will put that information on the website when it becomes available. All right, folks. I hope you learned something here today. Okay, again, here's the case law. You can look how they have it written up all day long. But what you want to do, and look, it said the same thing here on the check. I can't find a copy of the check. I might have. As soon as I might be in my other file, my other office. All right. When they mail me that check, this name and this address was on the check. Okay, that's why I was able to cash the check without a state ID. Okay, that's why I'm able to get into an automobile and travel without a driver's license or plates or registration. Can you do that? This is what 30 years of experience gets you. We know what we're talking about here. All right, I'm gonna let you get on with your day. All right, I hope you learned something here. Again, don't take my word for it. Here's the case laws. You can look it up all you want, but here is the actual. This is the letter that came with the check, and this is the envelope that the check came in. Okay, that was back in 2013 from Indianapolis. And look, feel free to even check the registered mail code. All right, all too easy. This is why we are number one. This is why we are the most powerful channel on YouTube. Hotep.